5 people older adults must avoid, even family. As we age, life's priorities shift. Maintaining peace and emotional well-being becomes essential, but not everyone in your life supports that goal. In fact, some people, whether they mean to or not, can drain your energy and disrupt your happiness. That's why today, we'll reveal 5 types of people older adults must avoid, even if they're family. These aren't just casual annoyances. These relationships can affect your independence, mental health, and quality of life. Knowing who to keep at a distance isn't selfish, it's an act of self-care. Identifying and handling these individuals will help you reclaim your peace. Let's dive right into it. Firstly, the overly dependent. As we age, one of the greatest joys is having more time to focus on the things that truly matter: our health, passions, and cherished moments of peace. But not everyone respects that. In fact, some people, often unintentionally, become overly dependent, pulling you into their problems and draining your energy. This kind of relationship, though common, can steal away the freedom you've worked so hard to earn. Imagine this: you've just settled into your favorite chair, a cup of tea in hand, savoring a quiet moment of reflection. Then the phone rings. It's a relative, maybe a younger sibling, a niece, or even one of your own children. They need a favor. It seems simple enough: picking up groceries or making a phone call for them. Of course, you say yes. After all, you've always been the go-to person in the family. But then it happens again, and again. Soon their small requests start piling up. You notice they never seem to solve their own problems, they just pass them along to you. Worse, they might even guilt you into helping. They say things like, "I don't know who else to call," or "You're the only one I can count on." And while part of you wants to believe you're helping, another part feels overwhelmed and unappreciated. Here's the truth: saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. Setting boundaries with overly dependent people protects your energy and teaches them to take responsibility for their own lives. Boundaries aren't walls to shut people out. They're lines that show where your limits are. For example, when someone asks for a favor that feels like too much, you can respond with something like, "I'd love to help, but I can't manage that right now." You don't need to over-explain or justify yourself. Your peace is reason enough. But this isn't just about you. Boundaries also give them the chance to grow. By stepping back, you allow them to face their challenges head-on and develop the skills they need to become more independent. It might be uncomfortable at first, for both of you, but it's a necessary step for healthier relationships. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had someone in your life who leaned on you too much? How did you handle it? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step toward setting boundaries. Remember, your golden years should be about joy, not obligation. By keeping overly dependent people in check, you create space for relationships that bring balance, support, and mutual respect. It's not selfish, it's self-care. Let's protect our peace together. Secondly, the overprotective. Aging brings wisdom and strength, but it also comes with a unique challenge. Some people in your life may start treating you as if you're incapable of making your own decisions. These overprotective individuals often mean well. They want to help and ensure your safety. But sometimes their actions can cross a line, leaving you feeling stifled and even disrespected. Picture this: your adult child insists on accompanying you to every doctor's appointment. At first you appreciate the gesture. It feels good to know they care. But soon they start speaking for you, answering the doctor's questions as if you're not even in the room. Or perhaps a friend constantly advises you on what you shouldn't do. Don't travel alone, it's too risky. Or, are you sure you want to live by yourself? While their concern might come from a place of love, the impact is clear. It erodes your sense of independence. Overprotection can make you question your own abilities, even when you're perfectly capable. This isn't just frustrating, it can also harm your mental health. Autonomy, the freedom to make your own choices, is a cornerstone of emotional well-being at any age. So how do you handle someone who's being overprotective without creating conflict? The first step is understanding their intentions. Often, overprotective behavior stems from their own fears, not your limitations. They worry about losing you or seeing you struggle. Acknowledging this can help you approach the situation with empathy instead of frustration. The next step is clear communication. Let them know how their actions make you feel. For example, you might say, "I appreciate how much you care about me, but I still want to make my own decisions. It's important to me." Framing your needs positively can ease their concerns while asserting your independence. Boundaries are also key. If your child insists on handling tasks you're comfortable doing yourself, gently remind them, "Thank you, but I've got this." If a friend's advice feels restrictive, you can say, "I understand your perspective, but I'd prefer to make this choice myself." And here's something to remember. It's okay to ask for help when you need it, but it's equally okay to say no when you don't. Independence isn't about doing everything alone, it's about having the freedom to choose. Have you ever dealt with someone who was overprotective? How did you navigate that dynamic? Let's talk about it in the comments. Sharing your story could help someone else reclaim their independence too. Your golden years are a time to live life on your own terms, embracing the freedom you've earned. By addressing overprotection with kindness and firmness, you can maintain relationships while preserving your autonomy. After all, your journey is yours to lead, and every choice you make reflects the wisdom and experience you've gained. Thirdly, the ageist. Aging is a journey full of rich experiences and invaluable wisdom, but not everyone recognizes that. Some people see age as a limitation, not a strength. These are the ageists, those who diminish your value based on the number of years you've lived. Their remarks, though sometimes subtle, can undermine your confidence and make you feel irrelevant. Let me share an example. Imagine you're at a family gathering, eager to share your thoughts on a topic you know well, something you've spent decades mastering. But before you can finish, a younger relative interrupts with, "You wouldn't understand how things work now." Or perhaps a friend jokes, "At your age, you should take it easy." These comments might seem harmless, but over time they create a narrative. That age equals incapacity. And the worst part, you may start to believe it. Ageist attitudes can erode your self-esteem, making you hesitant to try new things or share your voice. But here's the truth, your age is not a limitation, it's a badge of honor. So how do you handle ageism when it creeps into your relationships? First, recognize that ageist remarks often stem from ignorance, not malice. Many people simply don't understand how harmful their words can be. Addressing this with kindness can be powerful. For example, if someone makes a dismissive comment, you might respond, "Actually, I've seen this happen before, and here's what I've learned." By sharing your perspective, you remind them of the value your experience brings. Next, set boundaries. If ageist behavior persists, it's okay to stand firm. You could say, "I appreciate your concern, but I'm more than capable of deciding what's right for me." Simple, clear statements like this reinforce your autonomy without escalating the situation. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who uplift you. Seek out those who respect your insights and encourage your growth. Whether it's joining a community group, engaging in a hobby, or connecting with like-minded individuals, building a supportive circle can counter the negativity of ageist attitudes. And here's something to reflect on. Are there ways you've internalized ageism? Do you catch yourself thinking, "I'm too old for this," or doubting your abilities because of your age? Challenge those thoughts. Your experience, wisdom, and resilience are your greatest assets. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you faced ageist attitudes? How did you handle them? Share your story in the comments. Your perspective might inspire others to reclaim their confidence and voice. Life doesn't stop at any age, it evolves. By standing up to ageism, you're not just protecting your self-worth, you're showing the world that growing older is a privilege, not a problem. Embrace your wisdom, set boundaries, and continue living with pride and purpose. You've earned it. Fourthly, the opportunist. As we age, we become wiser and more discerning, but that wisdom also makes us targets for a certain kind of person, the opportunist. These individuals see older adults not as people to respect, but as opportunities to exploit, often financially or emotionally. Opportunists thrive on manipulation, preying on your kindness, trust, and goodwill. Here's an example you might relate to. Imagine a distant relative or an old acquaintance suddenly reappearing in your life. At first, it feels heartwarming. They check in often, bringing small gifts or sharing stories to rekindle the connection. But then, they start asking for small favors. Maybe they need a little financial help to get through a tough spot. They promise it's just temporary. You oblige, feeling it's the right thing to do. But soon, the requests grow more frequent and more urgent. Before long, you realize a pattern. They're not interested in you, they're interested in what you can give them. The relationship becomes one-sided, leaving you drained, frustrated, and even doubting your own judgment. Opportunists don't always ask for money. Some might lean on you emotionally, expecting you to solve their problems or constantly support their decisions. They may even use guilt to pressure you, saying things like, "You're the only one who understands," or "I thought family was supposed to help each other." So how do you protect yourself? Start by recognizing the signs. If someone's attention always comes with a request, or if they make you feel guilty for saying no, it's time to reassess the relationship. Opportunists often rely on your hesitation to set boundaries. Don't let them. Practice saying no firmly and without guilt. For example, if someone asks for financial help, you might respond, "I'm sorry, but I'm not able to assist with that." You don't owe anyone an explanation. Your boundaries are valid simply because they protect your well-being. Next, take a step back and reflect on the relationship. Ask yourself, does this person bring positivity into my life, or do they take more than they give? True relationships are built on mutual respect and care, not on constant demands or exploitation. It's also a good idea to involve a trusted third party if you're unsure. Whether it's a financial advisor, a close friend, or a counselor, getting an outside perspective can help you see things clearly. Now let's open the conversation. Have you ever dealt with someone who seemed to take advantage of your generosity? How did you handle it? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help others recognize and avoid similar situations. Remember, your kindness is a gift, not a resource to be drained. By protecting yourself from opportunists, you create space for genuine connections that value you for who you are, not what you can provide. Your golden years should be about peace, joy, and relationships built on trust. Make that your priority. Lastly, the pessimist. Life is too short to spend it surrounded by negativity, especially as you grow older. While aging comes with its challenges, it's also a time to embrace joy, pursue passions, and focus on meaningful relationships. But pessimists, those who always see the glass as half empty, can weigh you down and rob you of the positivity you deserve. Picture this. You share your excitement about taking up a new hobby or planning a small trip, and a friend or family member immediately counters with doubts. Are you sure that's a good idea? Isn't it risky at your age? Or, what if it doesn't turn out the way you expect? Their words might seem cautious, even caring, but over time, constant negativity takes a toll. Instead of feeling encouraged, you start second-guessing your choices. Pessimists don't always mean harm. Often, their attitude stems from their own fears and frustrations. But their influence can seep into your thoughts, turning optimism into doubt and excitement into hesitation. And at this stage of life, every moment of joy matters. So how do you navigate relationships with pessimistic people? Start by setting emotional boundaries. If someone consistently dampens your enthusiasm, try redirecting the conversation. For example, if they say, "That's not realistic," you can respond with, "I appreciate your input, but I'm excited to give it a try." By steering the dialogue back to positivity, you protect your optimism while gently making your point. It's also helpful to limit how much time you spend with negative influences. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, those who encourage your dreams and celebrate your victories. Positive relationships have a ripple effect, boosting your mood and reinforcing your confidence. And here's a tip. Counter negativity with gratitude. If someone says, "Why even bother?" you might reply, "Because I'm grateful for the chance to try something new." Gratitude is a powerful antidote to pessimism, reminding both you and others of the beauty in life's opportunities. Take a moment to reflect. Do you have someone in your life who constantly sees the worst in every situation? How does their attitude affect you? More importantly, how do you handle it? Let's open the discussion in the comments. Your story might help someone else reclaim their positivity. Your golden years are not the time to carry the weight of others' negativity. By choosing joy, optimism, and uplifting relationships, you create a life that reflects your strength and resilience. Remember, you've faced challenges before and emerged stronger. Don't let a pessimist hold you back from embracing the beauty of what lies ahead. Focus on what brings you happiness and let go of what doesn't. It's your time to shine. In conclusion, in your golden years, peace and well-being should be your top priorities. To protect that, it's crucial to avoid certain types of people who can disrupt your happiness. These include the overly dependent, who drain your time and energy; the overprotective, who limit your independence under the guise of care; the ageist, who undermine your value and wisdom; the opportunist, who exploit your generosity for their own gain; and the pessimist, who cloud your joy with constant negativity. Recognizing these behaviors and setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect and self-care. Life at this stage is about cherishing what truly matters, and surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting relationships is key. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you encountered any of these people in your life? How did you handle it? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's support each other in creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and meaningful connections. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content.